All right, let's jump right in. We hear it all the time, right? AI is changing everything. But what does that actually mean for professionals on the ground? We're going to use social work as a lens to look at a much bigger question. In an age of AI, how do we not just survive, but actually get better at what we do?
It really all comes down to this one question. It seems simple, but think about it. Is all this technology making us smarter, or is it just making us faster? The answer to that has some huge implications for how we think and learn.
To even begin to answer that, we have to see AI for what it is. And that's a classic double-edged sword. It has so much promise, for sure, but it also comes with some very real risks we need to be aware of.
And here's the fundamental trade-off. On one side, you've got this incredible efficiency. You ask a question, you get an instant answer. But on the other side, well, that's deep thinking. It's that messy, kind of slow, but absolutely essential mental workout of searching, comparing, and organizing information. That's what actually builds real knowledge in our heads.
This quote just nails it. The source material calls it knowledge fast food. And that's perfect, right? It fills you up in the moment. It satisfies that immediate need. But if that's all you consume, you end up with, well, intellectual malnutrition. We start to lose our ability to really focus and wrestle with tough problems ourselves.
So this goes way beyond just being a little less efficient at learning. This points to something much more fundamental. The real danger here isn't just that we'll get worse at thinking, it's that we might stop doing it altogether.
And that's the core idea. Look, the biggest threat from AI isn't that it's going to take your job. The real danger is that we get so used to outsourcing our thinking that our own minds just get lazy. We let that critical muscle atrophy.
And this gets way, way riskier when you remember a key flaw in today's AI, something called hallucinations. Now, it's not what it sounds like. The AI isn't seeing things. It means the AI can just make stuff up. It'll generate information that sounds completely plausible, super confident, but it's factually wrong or just plain invented. It's not trying to lie to you, it's just confidently incorrect.
And believe me, this isn't just some abstract theory. We're already seeing the real-world consequences. There was a lawyer who submitted a court filing full of completely fake legal cases that an AI just invented. A student cited a historical journal that never existed. What's wild is that studies show people will literally copy answers from a computer even when they're told the answers are wrong. It just goes to show how easily we can be led astray when we switch our brains off.
Okay, so that's the problem. It's a little scary, I know. But what's the solution? Well, it's about doubling down on the skills that make us human. Let's talk about the abilities that become even more valuable in the age of AI.
First and foremost, critical thinking. I mean, in a world that is just drowning in instant answers, the ability to step back, to question those answers, to spot the nonsense, that becomes your superpower. It's your most important asset, period.
Next up is ethical judgment. An AI can draft a policy or suggest a course of action, but it doesn't have a moral compass. It has no sense of what's fair or just or right. That part is on you. You have to be the human, the ethical filter in the loop.
Okay, this one is huge. The quality of what you get out of an AI is 100% dependent on the quality of what you put in. Your real value isn't in having the answers anymore, it's in being able to ask the smartest, sharpest, most insightful questions.
And finally, there's metacognition. It sounds fancy, but all it means is thinking about your thinking. It's the ability to step back and ask, wait a minute, how am I approaching this? What are my blind spots? Is there a better way to think about this problem? That is the engine of real growth, and it's something AI just can't do.
So, we have these 4 crucial skills. How do we build them? Well, this is where it gets really interesting. You don't run away from AI, you actually use the tool itself to train you, to make you sharper.
This requires a total mental shift. Stop thinking of AI as just an answer machine. Start thinking of it as your own personal debate opponent or a sparring partner. Use it to challenge your own ideas. Ask it to find the flaws in your argument. Make it help you strengthen your mind, not replace it.
And this slide shows you exactly what that looks like in practice. Look at the difference. A weak prompt like, tell me about social work, well, that gets you a boring, generic summary. But a strong prompt? A prompt that forces the AI to compare complex ethical trade-offs, that forces both you and the AI to operate at a much higher level of thinking?
And you can do the exact same thing to build your ethical muscle. When an AI gives you a suggestion, don't just take it. Push back. Ask it, whose perspective is missing here? Does this actually align with my professional code of ethics?
Use it to run through tricky what-if scenarios. Practice here, in a safe space, before you have to make that call in the real world.
So what does all this add up to? It's a whole new way of thinking about our professional role. It's not about being the tool, it's about guiding the tool.
See, as AI takes over more of the execution, the writing, the data crunching, our value shifts. Our true worth moves from execution to design. You're the one with the vision. You're the one who decides what problems are actually worth solving in the first place.
Which really leaves us with one final, crucial thought. The AI has access to literally billions of answers. That part's taken care of. The real question, the one that will define your value going forward, is this: do you have the right questions?